It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. The Hawks are one of the most dangerous scoring teams in the league. Trae Young says, we have guys who can make shots and make threes and really get our offense going. We can put up points really quick. We always have a belief that we're in the game. Guys, back to you.
Well, with a guy like Trae Young, it all starts with him. David, thank you. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for Atlanta, on-court spots filled by Hunter and Collins. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. And it's Capella in at the center position. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Clippers moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. The shot that time, not on target. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief two-game series often end 1-1.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Good on the triple.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for two future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Here's Young, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Capella finds Collins. 16 feet away. Paul George grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Outside Jackson from outside the arc. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Hunter, the pass to Murray. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Jackson. With the floater, Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
Launches a three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Sweet little floater.
That is a tough shot there. Trae Young, such a small player, needs that floater in his arsenal.
Pass to George. George double teamed, and DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
"19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Leonard. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Wall's shot is off. Young outside. 1 second left. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They're up by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
The Hawks trail by 4.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3 spot. Outside Griffin. Okongwu with the screen for Young.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Here's Wall after the basket by Onyeka Okongwu. And it's Leonard missing. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. Now, Leonard. Following Bogdan Bogdanovic's three-point attempt over Young. And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 4. Johnson for 3. The Hawks again can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Mann passes to Leonard. And 1:01 left to play here in the half. Takes the 13-footer. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Griffin against Wall. Griffin kicks to Young. 6 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The next step for Trae Young is just having that ability to focus on the defensive end and make some impact plays there. Fair or not, as long as Trae Young is in the NBA, he will be connected to Luka Doncic. And that night back in 2018 during the draft, where those two guys swapped teams.
And the first one at the line is good. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Johnson. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Griffin. And Murray's subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Zubac's a screen on Hunter. George with the bucket.
Yeah, you got to get the ball to PG whenever he's roaming around outside that arc. Incredible.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Collins. Passes it to Young. Kicks it out to Collins. 5 to shoot. Here's Murray. The Hawks again can't hit. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Not sure any run of games feel comfortable, but this might be as close as you can get. They're at home against teams that they can clearly beat. This is a great opportunity for them to stack up some W's.
Moving on. In that first half of basketball, things are looking pretty good for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Being a trunk slammer ain't easy. Hostile environment, and these guys are unfazed.
Yeah, it's tough to win on the road in the NBA. Loving the confidence. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Collins and Capella man the post position. Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. And it's Young in at the point. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Now George, following the three-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. And Brent, you were a pretty versatile player. Which of your skills was the most difficult to master?
Well, I think going inside and finishing, going in over big physical guys who could either block your shot or, send you to the deck pretty quick. So going in and having confidence to finish around the basket is certainly a skill.
Now here's Jackson, following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. Jackson passes to Zubac. Hunter against Leonard. Over Hunter. Leonard, no luck.
Not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And guys, how about the different ways John Collins can score on you?
Well, John Collins can bully you on the inside, or can spot up and shoot a little bit from the three-point line. So that ability to stretch the floor makes him one of the harder forwards to have to contend with.
And it's George missing. The Hawks trail by 5. Young outside. A pass to Collins. Over Morris. Shot by Collins, no good. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. From deep. Rebound, Atlanta. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Leonard finds Jackson. Pass to George. Zubac, a screen on Murray. The three from George. That doesn't go either for George.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Young, no good. Clippers leading by 5. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Jackson. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Capella. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Now, I'd draw that one up again. Throw it up. Capella jump. You slam it through. That's an easy 2.
George, that's a 2-pointer. That shot missing. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers ahead, up 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Kennard. And it's Morris in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's a foul called on A.J. Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Griffin against Kennard. And it's Wall in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. That shot no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Pass to Murray. The pass to Bogdanovich. Collins against Morris. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Bogdanovich, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Powell's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Mann's checked in for Kennard.
Clippers substitution. Terrence Mann.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Murray, the pass to Bogdanovich. Collins setting the big for Bogdanovich. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Now here's Powell. The shot will not fall. A D by Bogdanovich. Murray surveying the D. Over Wall. Atlanta again missing.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
Bogdanovich against Powell. Pass to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. Morris a screen. Shoots it. And the shot is long. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead by 3. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Griffin. And Trae Young subbed in for Bogdanovich. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Mann. George is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Jackson in for John Wall. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thanks, David.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Jackson passes to George. So they foul intentionally.
10 seconds. Team seconds.
.27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Team starter. Shooting for LA. Reggie Jackson taking 2 shots.
The first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And he's been a consistent free throw shooter. Jackson could make a difference here.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're trailing by 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Reggie Jackson isn't in the habit of wasting free throw attempts. With this pressure, this could get to anyone.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3, Hunter. That one doesn't go. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end. The crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you. But they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Kawhi. How do you evaluate your team's progress at this point in the season?
We got to come out and just have the same mindset and energy every night. You know, that's the thing that we're working on, trying to be consistent at, and just knowing the game plan. And, you know, once we get that down and we start making our shots, it's going to be very hard to beat us.
And you're winning games in the meantime, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole